Hello students, today we will go through the part B, that is subject specific skill, okay, and unit 4 electronic spreadsheet. So your today's content are introduction to the spreadsheet, that is Microsoft Excel, okay. We'll go through different components of the spreadsheet and managing our workbook, okay. So let us begin. So starting Excel. So in order to open the Excel window, you need to go to the start button, okay. From the startup menu, you can go to the Microsoft Office folder. So here's the Microsoft Office folder, okay. So just click on the Microsoft Office, you will see different applications. So all these are the packages that comes along with the Microsoft Office, okay. You can see the Microsoft Office Excel application here. So you can directly click on this application, or what you can also do is just at the right side of the start button, you can see a search box. In the search box, you can type the name of the application, okay. Suppose Excel, you can see that the Microsoft Office Excel application has appeared. You can simply click on it. So this is the Microsoft window, okay. So you see that Microsoft Excel is one of the most professional, okay, and advanced spreadsheet software, and is used by large number of people nowadays across the world, okay. So it allows us to store, organize, calculate, and manipulate the available data in a tabular form, okay, or a tabular format. So when I'm talking about the tabular format, you can see here it consists of columns and rows, okay. So this combination of columns and rows creates a rectangular box. We call this rectangular box as a cell, okay. Now first let us go at the top. We call this as a title bar, and by default when you open the Excel window, you will see a book 1, the name of this workbook as a book 1, okay. So as you save the workbook, you can change the name of the workbook as well. So just below you can see the menu bar, okay, and menu bar contains different types of tabs like the home tab, insert tab, page layout tab, formula tab. So as you click on each and every tab, you can see a ribbon below, okay. So this ribbon contains different types of groups. Suppose say if I click on the home tab, you can see the clipboard group used for cut and paste features, and at the next you can see a font group. So it is used for formatting the text or numbers. You can also see the alignment group here, so you can align the text according to your need, okay. So next, if you click on the insert tab, again it contains different groups, okay, like say tables group, illustration group, chart group, and all of them they contains different options. So similarly all this tab that contains different options and different groups, okay. Now next is the difference between a workbook and worksheet. Now let us understand what is a workbook and what is a worksheet. Now consider a book, okay. So your book contains different pages, a number of pages inside the book, okay. So the workbook is exactly similar to a notebook, okay. So you can consider this as a workbook, okay, and this workbook contains numerous worksheets. Suppose if you see below, you can see 3 sheets here by default: sheet 1, sheet 2, and sheet 3, okay. So we call this as a worksheets, and as if you need more worksheets, you need to click on this insert worksheet icon. You can see more worksheet will appear, like say sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, sheet 4, sheet 5. In this way it will go on and on, okay. So we can call workbook as a collection of worksheets, okay. And what is a worksheet? Worksheets are a single sheet or a single page inside a workbook, okay. Now let me show you one Excel worksheet, okay, that I have created. Now see here, I have created one worksheets with the name of the students, some of the subjects here, okay. Now if you see at the top, we call this as a column heading. This is column number A, column number B, column number C, D. So in this way it goes on and on and on, okay. So if you see here, if I go at the last after J, you can see again it will start with A, AB, AC, AD, okay. In this way, once it reach A, Z, again it will start with, suppose say here BA, BB. It means that the last content, okay, the last column heading is XFD. So overall there are 16,300 and say 84 columns are there. Okay, so let me repeat once again. Overall there are 16,384 columns are there, and we call this as a row heading. Okay, this is row heading 1, row heading 2, row heading 3. So in this way, if we go through the last row heading, okay, the last row heading will be 10,48,576 row heading. Okay, so that is why we call it as a spreadsheet. So if you see these rectangular boxes, okay, we call these rectangular boxes as a cell. Okay, so these cells has been formed by the combinations of the column and a row. Okay, the intersection of the column and row creates a rectangular box. We call this as a cell. Now you can see that as I click on a particular cell, you can see a thick black border. Okay, so we call this as an active cell. Means you cannot enter the data in any of the cell other than the active cell. Okay, and always remember that all this cell has their cell address, or what we call as a name of the cell. Suppose say if I click here in number 55, you can see that it is in column number B and row number 6. Okay, so the name of this cell is B6. Suppose if I click here, you can see that it is under the column number G and the row number 10. So the name or the address of this cell is G6. So you can also view the address of the cell here at the top in the name box. So we call this as a name box. Okay, and the functions of the name box is to display the address of the cell or the name of the cell. Okay, so just on the right side of the name box you will see a formula bar here. Okay, basically we use the formula bar to enter the formula or display the value. Suppose if I click here, you can see the value, that is numeric value. If I click here, you can see a text value here. Okay, so we use a formula bar both for entering the formula and as well as displaying the text values and number value as well. Okay, now next is data. So you can see that the value that I've entered here, these are the text value, these are the numeric value. Okay, so let me enter one more value here. Suppose let me enter 89. Okay, so when I move it to the next cell, you can see that by default the numeric values are aligned towards the right side, and by default the text values are aligned to the left side. See here, you can see the text are aligned towards the left side and the numeric values are aligned towards the right side. Okay, now the next is a range. Now see, if I select from this particular position to this position, we call this as a range of cell. Okay, means I have selected a range of cells from A3 to F3. Okay, so the range can be selected in any form. Okay, and always remember that the range are in a rectangular or a square shape. Suppose if you want to select this range, simply click the mouse button and just select the range. Okay, so when we work with the formulas in Excel, the range, selecting the range are very, very important. Now next is renaming and deleting the worksheet. Okay, so right now you can see here sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. Okay, so if you want to rename the worksheet, what you can do is you can go to the worksheet. Okay, suppose sheet 1, right click the mouse button and click on rename option here. Okay, so you can see that the sheet 1 has been highlighted, so you can use give a new name. Suppose let me use as basic formula. Okay, just click offside, you can see that the sheet 1 has changed into basic formula. Similarly, if you want to change the sheet 2, you just go to the sheet 2, right click the mouse button and click on rename option, and you can give any of the name for this one. Okay, press enter key, the sheet will get renamed. Suppose if you want to delete the sheet, what you need to do is click on any of the sheet that you want to delete it. Okay, right click the mouse button, then click on delete button here. You will see dialog box will pop. Click on delete button here, so you can see that the worksheet has been deleted. So in this way, either you can rename the sheet, or you can also delete the sheet. Now from here also you can insert a new sheet. Suppose say if you want to insert the new sheet, right click the mouse button, click on insert option, okay, click on OK. You can see that the new sheet has appeared here, okay. And at the right side you can see insert to worksheet icon. You can click on this worksheet icon also, and you can enter the new sheet. Now finally saving the worksheet, okay. Suppose say I have created this worksheet. Now I want to save the worksheet. Just go to the office button at the top, okay, click on the office button and click on save as option. Now before saving the file or giving the file name, you need to make sure exactly where you are saving the file, okay. You can see here there are different drives, different folders. So either you can save your file in the folders, okay, you can save it in the drive as well. Now see, I just want to save it in the desktop, so I'll click on the desktop. You can see at the top the desktop will appear. Now I will give one particular name to this spreadsheet, okay. Suppose say introduction to Excel, okay. So after giving the file name, click on save button here. So let me close it here. Now you can see here introduction to Excel, okay, that I have saved this file in a desktop, so it appears here in the desktop. Now if you want to open your Excel workbook, okay, now if you want to open your Excel workbook, simply double click on this workbook. You can see that your workbook has appeared. Now you can enter the more data here, okay. You can enter the text value, you can enter the numeric value, even you can use the formulas, and simply click on the save button, okay. Go to the file and simply click on save, okay. So this is all in today's content. In the next class we will go through the different formatting options that are available in the Excel window, and we will work with the formulas and functions in Excel. Thank you, students.